Hello and welcome to Shoot the Hostage with me, Dan, and my partner, Sarah. We're a movie podcast and we cover 8 films per season based on a specific theme. It is worth noting that we do occasionally swear, open brackets, very often swear, close brackets. We also occasionally cover triggering topics, so we would always advise using listener discretion and probably don't listen around your kids. If you like what we do and want to support us, please consider hitting 5 stars on Spotify or maybe subscribing or even reviewing on your platform of choice. We also have a Patreon with a free tier for lineups and updates and 2 paid tiers with extra content and early ad-free episodes. Right, that's enough from me. On with the show. Sarah, episode 4 of 8 in Size Doesn't Matter season. This week we're talking about a film with an annoying little shit and a killer doll.
How dare you?
What?
Andy is innocent in all of this.
You know what? As kids go, I mean, careful how I phrase this.
don't want to end up on a list.
I thought he was quite good in this, actually, as child actors go, but I'm sure we'll talk more about that. We're going to talk about the very first Child's Play movie.
Yes. Yeah. And a film in which, arguably, size doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter in any of them, and it doesn't matter in general.
Sure.
That's what I keep telling you, and you're telling me the opposite.
Sometimes size matters. It depends on the context.
My therapist says it doesn't matter.
Well, I think you might be talking about something different.
Okay.
Let's say that.
Chucky. It's the first time we're going to talk about the little guy, isn't it? Little Chucky Woo Woo.
I think so.
I don't know why he's called Little Chucky Woo Woo.
Well, it's canon now.
Yeah, it's the first time talking about it. It's the first time. It's the second time I've seen this movie, Chucky #1.
That's crazy.
Because I would say you kind of introduced me to this franchise.
You were aware of it.
I was aware of Chucky. I think I might have rented Bride of Chucky on pay-per-view circa 98, I think, when that came out.
On somebody else's bill.
Yeah, I remember it quite clearly. It was, I think we were babysitting. There was like, we should never have been babysitting.
You should not have been in charge of small children.
Well,
at
I
any
wasn't.
point.
I was with people that were in charge of small children.
Right.
And we decided to rent something. So we probably owe someone like £4 from 30 years ago.
It wouldn't have been £4 back then, would it?
I don't know. There's no way to find out.
Maybe try the Wayback Machine.
Yeah.
It's a useful tool.
So yeah, kind of, I'm aware of the franchise. I'd known that there, certainly as a kid, when I was rolling around in the playground, sort of 5, 6 years old, as people were making Chucky references and things like that. So I was aware of it. But I think I was definitely on the harder stuff at that point, as I've mentioned many, many times. With
you make it sound like you were doing heroin.
Well, it was Essex. I think I've spoken about this many times, like Hellraiser's, Nightmare on Elm Street. So I was watching all that stuff when I was a wee toddler. And so I suppose Chucky maybe felt a bit silly for me, maybe, and I just was never really drawn to it.
That's fair enough, yeah, I get that.
And also slashers are not really my jam, so I probably tarred it with that brush a little bit. But a few years ago, we went through and watched all of them, didn't we? All 7?
Well, it does tie into an earlier show because obviously we covered Police Academy in season 1. Stop it. Stop it. It's many, many, many moons ago. And we did that because we'd watched all 7 Police Academy films at your request.
Yeah.
So my caveat was that we alternated them with all 7 of the Child's Play movies. Yeah. It's like 7 for 7.
Yeah.
1 for you, 1 for me.
That was good. I enjoyed doing that.
It was fun, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Even though we had to watch all 7 Police Academy movies.
I like some of the Police Academy movies, but I would say on balance, I think Chucky is the far superior franchise in terms of consistency and quality.
Wow, okay.
There's not a bad one in the franchise, is there? There's not a Police Academy 7.
No, there's not a Police Academy 7, but I would say that Seed of Chucky is a low point.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think there are a couple in there, and there are so many that I think I've confused, and I've seen them all once. So
Probably, yeah.
I know that Tilly is in at least one or two.
Well, she's in everything from Bride of Chucky onwards.
Fair enough then. So I've definitely merged a lot of them, I think, together. So it's probably going to be quite difficult to pick out which one's which. But maybe the first one is the most like low key, the most grounded version of this character that we get in a franchise.
When you say grounded,
no, it sounds stupid.
Yeah, I think this is going to sound like a dig, and I don't mean it to necessarily, because I definitely love the Child's Play franchise. In fact, I think it might be my favorite of the horror franchises.
Oh, out of all horror franchises, this is your favorite?
Maybe. Maybe, because you're guaranteed to have fun, even if it's not a great movie.
Like I said, I don't think there are any bad ones. Even the ones that are probably not so great, then they're not a Police Academy 7.
No.
They're not that sort of that. So I think you can make a solid argument for that, for it being the best horror franchise.
I think in terms of consistency, it was a word you've already used, but I think because we've got Don Mancini's involvement from day one, it's a franchise I really respect, because no matter how batshit the concept that Mancini introduces, he never retcons anything. And so they keep everything as canon, even though in other franchises they might think better of it and be like, oh, maybe we'll just pretend that didn't happen, and oh, she's his sister now actually. And I don't know, I think I respect that. I think there's sort of I think there's some honor in that, weirdly.
No, I totally agree. I think that loads of franchises have had entries, subsequent entries that ignore previous entries, and they only link to some of them. Halloween, there's loads of reboots. This has had one.
Yeah, there was a remake in 2019.
There was a remake. I don't know if I'd really call it a reboot. Well, I guess they were probably hoping to reboot it and start making loads of these, but Don Mancini wasn't involved in that.
No,
reboot,
not
so
at all.
it feels very separate, and it was slightly different as well.
I enjoyed that one too, for different reasons.
Yeah,
I thought Mark Hamill was a good choice. Good choice.
Get a voice guy.
He's not Brad Dourif.
No.
Nobody can do Chucky like Brad Dourif.
No.
But yeah, I enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
It was silly.
I'm not going to argue with you about it. I mean, I can't. If you're saying it's your favourite, then that's an opinion.
It's opinion
which I
based.
Can't deny.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
I think you're right in saying that this is the one that's most like a proper movie.
Yeah, I used the word grounded, which is completely the wrong word to use for any movie in this franchise. But it's the one that's maybe a bit more movie. It's a bit more like, I suppose by the second movie, you're just like, oh, it's the Killer Doll movie. So you just probably get straight into it. Whereas this one, there's a bit of a lead in, there's a bit of build up. If it's the first time watching, like, is it a Killer Doll movie?
Or is the kid insane? Yeah, exactly.
Like, you're not quite sure. So there is that sort of a slightly slower build at the beginning, whereas I feel like the rest of them just go nuts.
Yeah.
From the get-go.
Where do you think Chucky stacks up? Not in stature, despite the theme of this season, but where do you think he stacks up in relation to the other iconic horror movie villains?
In terms of just like my favourites, or?
Well, in terms of the big ones from the franchises, you're not really that familiar with Friday the 13th. You've watched the first one.
It's a guy with a knife, isn't it?
He's got a machete and a hockey mask. You'd know him if you saw him.
Yeah.
But I guess you don't know enough to rate him.
No.
You know enough about Michael Myers, though.
I saw one Friday the 13th movie, I think, with you.
You've seen the first one with me, yeah. The one that Jason isn't really in.
Yeah. Halloween, I've never been a huge fan of, despite the John Carpenter-ness of it.
Yeah.
These are all slashers, so but I can't deny that, Halloween Myers, Michael Ween,
Michael
Weencott, Halloween. What's the guy? Mike Myers, Mike Myers. So Michael Myers. So Michael Myers is obviously, you see him very recognisable.
Yep.
Friday the 13th, Mr. Jason.
Yep.
He's very recognisable. I think for me, it's Pinhead and Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
They're the two for me that I'm like, they're the... I just probably, just because I prefer the movies, A Nightmare on Elm Street, it's got to be Freddy Krueger at the top for me. Followed closely by Pinhead, just because I love that design and I love the whole thing of it and how just dark and gruesome it is. But Chucky's definitely up there. I mean, I enjoy him, and it's different because I enjoy maybe Chucky's got more in common with Freddy than with Pinhead.
Yeah, I would say for sure they're kind of on a par with the quips.
They're both enjoying themselves, aren't they?
Yeah,
just having a good time.
Yeah, ruining children's lives.
Yeah. Yeah. So they've definitely got more in common, but it's also a different vibe. Like these are horror comedies, these movies, right? Like through and through. I know Freddy has your laughs, but essentially they're still horror movies.
Would you say that this first one is a horror comedy as well? Because it definitely has its moments, but it's played way straighter.
I think so. It makes me laugh. I think it's funny. I think it's funny, like by the things that you see and you hear, particularly in relation to Brad Dourif's excellent vocal work for Chucky.
Just his giggle, his maniacal giggle gets me every time. Every time I hear that, it adds 2 weeks to my lifespan.
It's very funny. But also just the Foley of the little tippy-tappy footsteps. I think that's funny and intentionally so. Some of the movements are funny, whether that's because maybe you're seeing a sort of janky toy that doesn't quite look right. That's sort of funny. Or if it's a child dressed up as Chucky, that's amusing as well. So I do think there's humour running throughout this completely intentionally. And I enjoy that for that. That's probably the thing that gives this the extra for me. Like if this was played straighter and it was just a killer doll movie, I don't think I'd get much out of this at all.
It would just be Annabelle.
Yeah, which I haven't seen.
It's pretty po-faced. I don't love it. I don't... Look, I'm going to piss people off now, but I don't really like the Conjuring universe. It's not really for me.
Why is that going to piss people off?
Because a lot of people love it.
So what?
There's a lot of James Wan apologists in the world.
Well, fuck them. That's what I say.
Actually, do you know what? I like James Wan. He seems all right. I enjoyed Malignant.
I know you did. Yeah. Conjuring movies, I think some of them are fine. I think the first two are fine.
Is that the best you can say?
Yeah.
I think the first one's good.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's the end of that sentence.
And the second one was the lanky, the tall guy in the house.
Yeah. Well, it's based on the Enfield haunting, which I love the story of. Obviously, it was a big hoax, but that film was too CGI heavy.
Yeah. Do you know what? I think I've also got a big issue with you're following these two heroes, where then it's based on a true real life where these people were actually scumbags.
Questionable,
to say the least. And they did some really fucked up shit. Like it's like I don't know about that.
At best, scammers.
Yeah. So I think we've established that the Conjuring movies are not great, and that opinion is correct. And if you disagree, then I don't know. You could just leave.
Stop doing that.
That'd be all right. We can disagree. It's fine.
But it's somewhat, a little bit of a tangent, but somewhat related because the Warrens had a haunted doll. So back to Chucky.
Back to Chucky, yeah. So good franchise.
I think so. It's one of my favourites, yeah. And look, I'm not saying the films are of the best quality. Like I think Halloween is better than any Child's Play movie.
Yeah.
But I think there's less of a leap between quality like there is with some of the other franchises.
Yeah, I agree. There's some like really ropey films in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Like don't even get me started on Hellraiser, the Hellraiser sequels. And I think this one is just, I think at worst there's maybe a 2-star movie if I remember rightly. But and they're not masterpieces. Like there's some of these that I really, really enjoy, and they're not masterpieces, but they're just good, solid fun.
Yeah,
and that's all I want from a killer doll movie.
Yeah,
I'm not looking for social commentary. I'm not looking for Jordan Peele to reboot the Chucky franchise. Although I would fucking watch that. Now I mention it.
Jordan Peele's take on it. Wow.
I bet
Don Mancini would never let it go.
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't, and nor should he.
Well, it's his bread and butter.
He didn't. Did he direct some of the later entries?
He did, yeah.
But he didn't direct this one?
No, this was directed by Tom Holland.
Yeah.
Not that one.
Not the Spider Guy?
No.
Okay.
The director of Fright Night, which I also love.
The original or the...
how dare you? The original.
Right, okay.
How fucking dare you?
That reboot's all right.
It's not.
It's all right.
I will die on that hill. That's an argument we're going to be having till our dying breaths. Yeah, I don't know a great deal about the man as a human. I've seen some of his Talking Heads stuff. I think he was involved in at least one of the In Search of Darkness documentaries that we watched. Yeah. But from the stories that I've heard, he was a bit of a ball buster on set. And there were definitely some butting of heads during the making of this film.
Okay.
Not least between him and Don Mancini.
Oh, fair enough. Well, I knew it definitely wouldn't have been Chris Sarandon, because him and Holland are like best buds, aren't they?
Well, they've worked together a couple times,
Yeah,
so
Fright
you would
Night
assume.
And this.
Yeah.
And I think I heard somewhere that Sarandon his character was going to appear in a sequel, but when he found out that Tom Holland wasn't directing it, he was like, I'm not interested.
Oh, okay. That's a shame. I quite like Chris Sarandon in this movie. And Fright Night.
Yeah, he's very good at that.
Jerry Dandridge. Yeah. So obviously Don Mancini has a writing credit on this film.
Well, he came up with the whole thing, right? Initially,
it was his original concept. Yeah, the original script sounds very different to the version of the film that we got. And I think by Mancini's own admission, the final film is about 50% of him. 50% came from the other writers.
And he was unhappy about that? Or does he feel that...
It wasn't him that was kicking up a stink. Basically, Tom Holland tried to get Don Mancini's writing credit removed.
Right.
And so Mancini threatened to sue him. And at that point, Tom Holland banned him from the set. So it sounds like there's no love lost between those two.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know the finer details of that, but Tom Holland sounds like a bit of a dick,
Okay.
dare I say.
Yeah. A film director who's a dick.
I know.
What's the relation? It's almost like that's a prerequisite.
Hey, not always.
No, it's not. I'm joking.
Not always.
Matt Johnson.
That's true. Yeah, there's one.
Jim Cummins.
David Lynch.
There's loads of them.
Yeah.
We joke. I joke. I don't need to say I'm joking all the time. Just assume everything I say is fucking nonsense.
It usually is.
Yeah, so Tom Holland didn't come back for the sequel.
No.
To direct the sequel. Did Mancini direct the second one?
I don't think he did, no. I would have to check that,
Yeah.
but I don't think Don Mancini directed anything until the second half of the franchise, if I remember rightly.
Because this is like Mancini, this is all he's done, right? He's just...
Seems like, yeah.
He's just worked on Chucky stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. Like, I think with directors, a lot of the time, I kind of want to see him do different things. We went to see The Odyssey recently. Christopher Nolan keeps threatening to make a horror movie, and I would like to see that. But I think in general, I'd like to see directors stretch themselves and do different things. But I don't want Don Mancini to ever do anything else. I just want him to keep pumping out Chucky stuff, because he's so good at it, and it's his thing. And like you say, like, no retconning. It's all canon. It all feeds. So I just imagine he's got this enormous wall, with all of these
bits of red string.
Yeah. It's just a really complex plot, especially when you get into the TV show and all of the body swapping things that are going on there. Like, I don't even know how you keep up with it, but the fact that he's done that, I just got so much respect for that.
Yeah.
And I want him to keep doing it.
I know.
Just keep making it. Because the TV show's been cancelled now, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. I watched the first 2 seasons and enjoyed them. I don't think season 3 has been made available in the UK yet.
Yeah, okay.
I would like to see it. But yeah, I did hear it got cancelled by Sci-Fi a couple of years ago.
That's been shit-canned, apparently. But I did hear that Mancini is hopeful that he can get another movie off the ground.
I mean, worst case scenario, he could easily crowdfund it.
Yeah. I'd put money into that.
I would.
Yeah.
And I don't have any. But that's how strongly I believe in him.
Well, we'd have to secure some credit. I mean, just Brad Dourif, Don Mancini, just keep bringing it back for as long as you can. And Brad Dourif's daughter now
Fiona
as well.
Dourif,
Fiona
yeah.
Dourif is also involved with it as well. It's the
Yeah.
family business.
She's kind of been there since the inception as well, because I did read an anecdote where Brad Dourif was recording lines from home, and at the time, 6-year-old Fiona Dourif came in the room and was terrified. So, and now she's playing a young version of her dad in prosthetics in the TV show.
Yeah, which was really interestingly done, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was fun.
But yes, whole family affair. It's wild to me that we're in like what, 80s, 90s, 2000, 2010s, 2020s, 5 different decades of this killer doll.
It's mad.
That's insane.
Well, I don't think I knew how many Child's Play movies there were when we sat down to do our 1-for-1 for Police Academy and Chucky. But so when you were like, oh yeah, there's 7 movies, I was like, holy shit. I think I was aware of Chucky as a concept, and then I watched Bride of Chucky, but I don't think I really knew how many there were in between the original one and Bride of Chucky, and then I certainly didn't know there were more after that. So when you were like 7, I was like, what? Why have I never heard of these? I guess because they're quite niche.
Yeah, I think unless you're a horror fan, you're probably not going to stumble on them.
Yeah.
I think I went to see Curse of Chucky at Fright Fest one year, and then Cult of Chucky came out a few years after that, but to even less fanfare. But there's still like a pretty enthusiastic fan base.
Yeah.
And Chucky is one of the most merchandised horror properties.
You merchandised yourself as Chucky once, didn't you?
I dressed as Chucky for Halloween one year, yeah. That was fun.
Yeah, we'll have to get that out when we promote this episode, Sarah.
I don't think I'd fit in those dungarees anymore. But yeah, I am willing to go out on a limb here and say that I actually think this first Child's Play movie is very good. Very good.
Very good. Do you think it's the best movie in the franchise?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
And it kind of hurts me to say that because I sort of don't want to give Tom Holland the props, knowing what I know now. But yeah, I do.
Well, I think we've already sort of hinted at it earlier, haven't we? Like, you have to establish the characters. So you're seeing Brad Dourif running through that alleyway in the start. You come to understand the complexities of the plot and how he knows black magic and can do summon magic lightning to make himself go into a doll. It's really important to get all those details ironed out so everybody knows.
Dumbala.
Yeah. But yes, you're doing all of this introduction stuff, and it just makes it feel like more of a proper movie, I guess.
Whereas Jennifer Tilly getting electrocuted in the bath, that's just fluff.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Hey, I'm being sarcastic. I love that movie. I don't think we can really talk about Child's Play without talking about, I think the guy's name is Kevin Yagher.
Kevin Yagher, is that an actor?
No, he's the guy that designed Chucky.
Oh, okay.
Apparently he was given a very specific set of parameters by Don Mancini, and they went through a few versions. And in fact, during the film, there are a few different versions. There were several different builds of Chucky, because obviously he starts off looking quite innocent and childlike, and throughout the movie progressively gets uglier and uglier to the point where he's kind of like snarling and looks more human towards the end.
Yeah, I mean, I noticed with the damage and stuff, when he's catching fire and all of that.
Even towards it, like down to his receding hairline towards the end of the movie.
They even adapted things like that.
They did.
That's interesting. 9 million, I think the budget was.
Yeah,
so a lot of work, a lot of money must have gone into that.
I found different reports. Some said as much as 13.
Right.
But most reports say about 9 million, yeah. I think it made about 44.
And you've also got all of the is it animatronics, or are they just building a Chucky with a different facial expression every time?
No, some of it was animatronics operated off screen. Yeah. Some of it was
child in suit.
Some of it was a child in a suit. Yeah. Sometimes it was Alex Vincent's little sister.
Oh, was it? I thought you was going to say it was Gary Oldman.
Wild take. I was going to make that joke, and then I read in the trivia that Gary Oldman was rumoured to have been the voice of Chucky at one point.
Oh, really?
Genuinely.
Wow. That could have worked, but I don't know if Gary Oldman's doing 7 Chucky movies on a
There's
TV
no
show.
way he would still be doing them. He's not hard up for cash anymore.
No.
We're not talking the Tiptoes years.
But if he'd have done Chucky, then he might not have done Tiptoes. But
That's
then Brad
true.
Dourif would have done Tiptoes.
But then somebody else would have had to be lumbered with that project. Yeah. I can't imagine anybody but Brad Dourif now. He just nails it.
But yeah, iconic design of Chucky. Even someone that was kind of loosely aware of the franchise. There's no mistaking that doll. If I see that doll, if someone's got a tattoo of that doll, I'm going, oh, well, why have you got a Chucky tattoo?
Yeah.
Iconic.
You'd address it that aggressively, would you? Why have you got a Chucky tattoo?
It's just a question.
Whereas me, I'd just be like, nice Chucky tattoo.
Oh, well, that's not a question. That's a
well,
statement.
I don't want to enter into a conversation. I just want to make a statement and dip out.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll say, why have you got a Chucky tattoo? That's rhetorical. And then they won't answer me. And then I'll leave.
But then what if their next question is, what's rhetorical mean?
Well, I won't hear that because I've left. There's just a Dan-shaped hole in the wall.
Okay.
Where I run away.
Like the Kool-Aid man.
Yeah. Exactly like that.
It's funny though, like, I don't think I really appreciated how good the design of the doll is until I was forced to think about it in the context of a podcast. Because I've always been labouring under the impression of like, he's so ugly. Why would any child want this doll? It's hideous. Good guy. Yeah, but he's gross looking.
Yeah.
But then when the more I thought about it, the more I was just like, but Cabbage Patch Kids were huge and they were pretty grim as well.
Yeah, you can't say anything. You love grotesque toys.
I do now, yeah.
Did you not then in 1988?
In 1988, I would have been 6, so I think it probably would have scared me if I'd seen it back then. This film definitely would have scared me at 6. Dark Crystal scared me at 6.
I can understand that. Quite moody, isn't it, for a 6-year-old?
It was when they were doing Trial by Stone. Scared me shitless. Had to stop it. Had to turn the VHS off. So this would have ruined me. But yeah, I think it's a really, really well done design. And I did a bit of digging, and apparently it was based on, I'm not familiar with the line of dolls, but there was a line of Hasbro dolls called My Buddy. And that's what Don Mancini used as his inspiration. That and the Zuni doll from Trilogy of Terror,
right,
which is a 70s horror anthology.
Okay.
Very scary doll in that. Very scary. But yeah, I did read that after these movies came out, the Hasbro My Buddy line never recovered.
What do you mean it never recovered? Surely, I thought this would help it.
Well, I think it was the negative connotation. I mean, who's buying them? Parents.
Yeah, I'd buy this for a kid. I'd buy Chucky.
You'd buy Chucky, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe this one will murder,
You can't say that. Obviously, we are introduced to Andy and his mum very early on. Immediately after Charles Lee Ray is his spirit is transported into the doll.
Yeah. I assume you know why he's called Charles Lee Ray. You know this.
Well, it's an amalgamation of 3 murderers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charles Manson.
Charlie. Yeah, we know that one.
Yeah. Lee Harvey Oswald.
Oh, the guy who shot JFK. Yeah. Allegedly. Sure.
And James L. Ray.
Not James L. Jones.
Not James L. Jones.
James L. Ray killed Martin Luther King?
Yes.
Right. Yes. I was vaguely aware of that, but thank you for the reminder.
That's all right. But yeah, so you see him go into the doll, and then it cuts to the boy. The boy is called Andy.
Andy making the most chaotic breakfast that I've ever seen.
Yeah, so Andy's making some breakfast for his mum who's in bed. It's 6:30 in the morning. He decides that he's going to make all of the breakfasts with toast. I thought he was putting ice cream on the toast.
I think he did.
But someone else said it was butter on another podcast I heard, which would make more sense.
It looked like ice cream to me.
Whatever. It was too much goop of whatever it was.
Yeah. And the toast was too toasted also.
It was too much toast.
Yeah.
It was cereal. We're putting all of the cereal in the bowl. It's a bit like one of your bowls of cereal, actually, just overflowing.
Cereal mountain.
Yeah. Like just going to town with the spoonfuls of sugar.
Ugh.
just everything. It's the most ADHD breakfast I've ever seen. And he takes it into his mum because we find out it's his birthday and he's trying to manipulate her.
Yeah, that's what children do.
Yeah.
It's not just a kind gesture.
Yeah.
It's, here's your breakfast, mum. Where's my doll?
God, if my kid came in and put that in front of me and said, you've got to eat this, I would fucking launch that tray across the room.
I thought you were going to say launch the child.
I would never do that. And I did not want to imply that at all with my long ports. Yeah, you'd just be pissed, wouldn't you? It's too early.
Yeah.
Bugger off. Go away.
You've wasted all this food.
I'm actually very, very certain that this exact scenario would have happened to me as a child. I definitely went and helped myself to multiple items of breakfast to the point where my mum had to get a lock put on the kitchen door. So when I got up in the morning, I didn't help myself to everything in the kitchen. But it didn't work because we had a little window that also accessed the kitchen. And if you climbed on top of the stereo, you could get in. But sometimes when you do that, you might crack the top of the stereo where the plastic goes over the vinyl. But as long as you never admit that it was you, no one will ever find out.
I'm going to send this to your mum.
God, yeah, the memories. I would get Weetabix, have water in it. I remember putting whiskey in Weetabix once.
Weetabix and water?
Mm-hmm. And whiskey. Yeah.
Why?
Just chuck it. Because I just wanted to chuck it all in.
Just George's Marvellous Medicine?
Yeah.
Bit of everything?
I think when I was a kid, I was just like, oh, more stuff is better. So, and you know, I still am a little bit like that now. Yeah. I know. You know, when I make my own pizza, I'm like, what toppings aren't you having?
Yeah.
So I really related to this small child, when he was making that breakfast and thinking, yeah, that seems relatable, actually.
Well, not to insult you, but I did make a note that this is a really good advert for contraception.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's going on about that bloody doll that he wants, isn't he? But to be fair, I mean, Karen, she
buys him pants.
Yeah, but she went one further, didn't she? Because she got a big fucking box that's the shape of a doll box and put a trouser in it. And like, you don't put trousers in a box, do you? When you're giving trousers to children, you wrap them up and they're just like a cloth shape thing.
They're a trouser shape.
They're a trouser shape. You don't put trouser in box.
I mean, you fold them. You don't wrap them like as they are.
Yeah,
that would be ridiculous.
So she did build up his hopes a little bit, and then she was like, "Oh, did you not want clothes?" He's like, "Nah, I wanted some good stuff, please." And she went, "Go and open those ones, and it's the accessories for the Chucky doll." And he's like, "Fuck off, Mum! I want my fucking Chucky doll, bitch."
Stop macking me off.
Stop macking me off like a toe bob. It's Sunday, you can't. So she decides to buy a doll off of an unhomed gentleman.
Unhoused, yeah.
Unhoused.
Yeah, or as they keep calling him, the peddler.
Do they?
They keep calling him the peddler.
Why is he a peddler?
Because he's peddling things.
Shouldn't be allowed near kids then.
Well, in fairness, he's not. Just their accessories.
Yeah. I want to know why he's got that doll.
I just ask me no questions, I'll tell you no lies.
Because the toy shop burnt down.
Yeah.
So I presume Chucky just sort of escaped. So he didn't get burnt down.
In the box, though.
Yeah. So he put himself back in the box. There are a few questions.
Yeah.
But yeah. So he sells the doll to Karen, and then
for $30.
For $30. Is that a good price?
70% off the asking.
Yeah, but it's back alley, and it is a murderous doll as well.
Yeah,
it's faulty.
But equally, like, it's basically an animatronic. Like, obviously, in the movie, it is an animatronic, but when its mouth starts moving and it starts saying phrases, I'm like, $30 is a steal for that.
Yeah, but then he starts stabbing people.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
And then you'd ask for a refund.
At that point, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to return this item, please.
What? Why?
No reason.
Yeah, and then they take the doll home, and there's quite a lot of Andy going, "Oh, but honestly, this doll's alive," and the adult's going, "Shut up, you bellend. He's not alive."
Well, no, he doesn't know that at that point.
He does. Well, he's not straight away, but like
not until Aunt Maggie's killed.
Yeah, but he's saying to her, Chucky wants to watch the news.
Oh yeah,
and Chucky wants to do this. So he's aware that Chucky is. I suppose it's probably hard to know because he's buying a talking toy. That's what he wanted. So I wonder at what point Andy realizes that, this is too much talking, I think.
Why does this doll sound like an adult man?
Yeah. Yeah, but that made me laugh, actually, when he says that Chucky wants to watch the news. That was quite amusing. I don't know why, because I suppose it's probably because it's his ego showing through, isn't it? Because he wants to watch the stories about himself. So I suppose that's quite amusing in and of itself, that this crazy is he called the Strangler?
Yes, I believe Tom Holland took inspiration from the Hillside Stranglers.
Right, yeah.
Which is why they gave him a partner, because he didn't have a partner in the original script.
Right. Really brutal, like horrible crimes. But he's also got like a really big ego, very aggressive. To see that him reduced into the doll, I think, is just inherently funny as well.
Yeah.
So it's just like I don't know, it's like a perfect mixture of like horrible crimes and sort of laughing at this guy trapped in a doll.
Being humbled.
Yeah. He's all rubber. But yeah, so I think the kid starts to become aware then. And he grasses him up, doesn't he, as well, to Chris Sarandon. He sees the dusty shoes with the flour on. And after that point, I was really worried for Andy's safety, because I thought...
Because he's a narc now.
Dirty rat, yeah.
Yeah.
Because even so Chucky hammers the babysitter in the head, and she falls out of that window because it's the 80s.
Brilliant stunt, by the way.
Yeah. But you're still only seeing the arm of Chucky. It's still not fully revealed what we're dealing with here. And isn't the first time that you really see him talking when he's with the mum, when he's with Karen?
She's threatening to throw him in the fire.
And this is my favourite part of the movie.
Yeah, it's so funny.
It's so funny when she's threatening him, like, I'll put you in the fire, and he I can't remember exactly what he says, but something like, you fucking filthy slut, you whore. I'll teach you not to fuck with me. But it's just really, like, it's so aggressive. And the other thing that made me laugh is the expression on the doll as well, because it's an angry expression, but it's only one expression. It's just, you fucking bitch. And it's really funny. And but why is that really funny? Is it just because that really horrible shit is coming out of a doll's mouth?
I think so, yeah. Just the dichotomy of it. Like,
it's that simple, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The contrast.
Yeah. But I think that's my favourite bit. That's the bit I keep thinking of and chuckling to myself.
You did cackle when we watched it the other night, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of good stuff in that scene, because obviously we watched a documentary a couple of years ago called, I think it was called Life with Chucky.
Oh, we did, didn't we?
It was directed by Kevin Yagher's daughter, if I remember rightly. And I think it was that went into detail about how they achieved some of the stuff on set. And obviously there's that bit where she drops the doll on the floor and it rolls under the sofa, and we know from behind the scenes stuff that was just on an angle to get it to roll under.
It's just a little ramp, yeah.
Yeah. But just stuff like that, like, you don't get that now. It would be CGI, or in fact a lot of what they achieve here would be CGI. You wouldn't actually have a stunt with somebody flying out the window. It would be VFX'd to hell. Because it's cheaper to not have to get the insurance, but it doesn't look as good. I don't know. I like this film's kind of commitment to inventiveness. Yeah,
but they had to find the practical solutions, didn't they? It's probably to problems that they just didn't envisage they would have. So on the day, they're like, oh shit, how do we actually make this roll under the sofa? And then they do it a few times. But again, like, it's quite amusing to watch that as well. So it does help it.
Yeah, definitely. I do think that reveal of her finding the batteries is really, really well done as well.
Finding that there are no batteries in Chucky.
Yeah.
She just finds them, and she opens him up, doesn't she? And sees that he's got nothing in him. There's nothing inside him.
And actually, I would say this is not a film that's ever scared me, but watching it a bit more critically the other night, I've seen this film God knows how many times, watching it with a view to talking about it, I was genuinely quite surprised at actually how scary they make Chucky up until the reveal.
Do you think so?
I do. I think, well, maybe not how scary they make Chucky, but how tense the film is. Right up until the first time that we hear him speak as the doll, which you just talked about, when he's spitting expletives at the mum. But they do such a good job of making Chucky actually quite sinister. Obviously through stuff that we talked about, like the animatronics, the combination of having a child and or a little person kind of scuttling around. You just see snatches of them out the corner of your eye. I don't know. I think it's really well done. And it did sort of shock me how creepy it was, because I've never viewed it that way.
Yeah, no, it was definitely a slow build. Slower build, yeah.
And obviously it's not played like a super serious horror film. It's always supposed to be tongue-in-cheek. And I think Don Mancini originally kind of viewed it as a satire.
Oh, right.
On these kind of toys and the way they're sold.
Makes sense. It definitely goes more into that as the franchise goes on as well, doesn't it? As it leans more into the humour.
Yeah, I think so. But it's interesting to know and to ponder which bits came from which writers, because the voodoo element wasn't Don Mancini. That was one of the other writers. Yeah. Well, he originally, I believe, envisioned Chucky always as being a doll that could bleed, and him and Andy ended up doing some sort of a blood pact thing, and Chucky kind of then became a manifestation of Andy's isolation and anger and would go out and kill on his behalf.
Right.
It's supposed to be way more like psychological horror.
Yeah.
Originally. So it definitely changed a lot over the years.
Yeah.
I think he conceived of it in 1985. So obviously it was molded and changed over 3 years.
Yeah. And then he was stuck with it. What they got in 1988 is, I guess this is what it is now.
This is my baby. This is what I'm going to spend the next 5 decades of my life doing.
All we need now is just some Jennifer Tilly, and that will make it perfect.
I think most things could be improved with a bit of Jennifer Tilly, to be honest.
I agree.
I think she's great. And as much as I enjoy the later films, and I like the original trilogy, I like the first 3 Child's Play movies, I do think she brings just this element of camp and kitsch that has become synonymous with the franchise now.
You needed to do something, I guess, didn't you, at that point? And to sort of change it up a little bit. And it was just a welcome addition. And I can't imagine the franchise without it now.
No. And then they were like, what if they had a kid? And it all went wrong.
But that's funny too.
Yeah, and I like the inclusiveness. I like how some of that was dealt with, don't get me wrong, but I do think Seed of Chucky was ass.
Yeah.
I still own it. Don't get me wrong.
Do you? Oh, fair enough.
I would still watch it, but it's arse. Something else I love is the Chucky eye cam.
Like the POV.
The POV
shots. Stuff.
Yeah, I'm so glad you said that, because I made a note that just said, oh, the Chucky's eye view is very Raimi.
Yeah.
I'm glad you thought the same thing.
Somebody watched Evil Dead.
Yeah. Tom Holland watched Evil Dead, presumably. Yeah. I don't know. I like that stuff. I think it can be overdone, but I enjoyed it here.
Yeah, it's good if there's a movie about a killer doll or a snake.
Or a snake?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you thinking of anything specific?
Anaconda.
Do we get Anaconda eye view in those movies?
I think so. I think only in the reboot.
Oh.
The Anaconda eye view.
That's terrible.
I think so.
It's a terrible film.
Yeah, it's not great. Somehow it's worse than the original Anaconda, I think.
Yeah, which is quite impressive in an unusual way.
And I didn't like that first one very much.
No. But yeah, there are definitely some influences from other directors, I think.
Yeah.
But again, those shots really work, especially in the first half of the film, because obviously it's relevant in Size Doesn't Matter season, but the 2 people, Andy and Chucky, that you're kind of umming and ahhing about which one is it, are similar stature. So it just sort of lends more to that, I think. Quite nicely done.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Do you have any favorite set pieces in this movie?
I like explosions.
I said that while we were watching it, because I know you're a big explosion fan, and there's way more explosions in this movie than I remembered.
They bought a house and they blew it up
for the production.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's one that's going to be demolished anyway.
Good.
So the production, so there wasn't a family in it or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, they bought it and blew it. Did what they needed with it, and then did an explosion on it.
Yeah.
So I like the explosions.
Did you?
But I also like other set pieces that are in this movie, Sarah. For example, the ones that you're going to say.
Well, I think one of my favourites is when Chucky sort of reveals himself to Chris Sarandon in the car.
Oh, I don't remember this. How does he?
Not like in a Flashes Mac.
Oh, right.
But he's in the back seat. Chris Sarandon has spent the whole movie just being like, yeah, all right, sure, there's a killer doll, you crazy lady.
Or inappropriately hitting on a woman whose babysitter just died.
Yeah, but she got over it really fast.
She did get over it really quickly, yeah.
And they were just allowed to remain in an active crime scene.
Yeah.
Same day.
Yeah.
Excellent
Just
police work in Chicago.
Put a bit of ply over the window, they'll be all right.
It's fine. Like it never happened.
Yeah.
Just got to sweep up all that sugar on the floor now.
So yeah, Chris is I don't think I like his character very much, you know. I think he's a bit
He's a bit dismissive.
Yeah, he's a bit dismissive and just a bit boring, I think.
Do you?
Yeah.
I quite liked him.
Yeah.
He didn't bring a huge heap of personality. But I think Chris Sarandon can be better than that. But actually, maybe he's a better villain. Because the things that I love him in are like Fright Night, The Princess Bride. Maybe he's just not a very good hero.
He just needs some scenery to chew, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But so I don't really remember the scene that Chucky reveals himself in, the scene that you were just talking about. But I do remember him shooting Chucky. Was that in the same part? Did they have a little gunfight then? I remember him shooting Chucky and him just going flying.
Yeah.
That was quite funny.
That was funny. Yeah, it was the same scene. Like basically Chucky's trying to stab him through the car seat.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
Wow, okay.
I must have zoned out for 30 seconds.
You must
have
done.
Reviewing movies for a podcast quite difficult sometimes, which is why I have to watch them more than once occasionally.
Right.
And do loads of research. Because even though I've done some research, not as much as I'd usually like to, but even now you're saying things like I don't remember that at all.
See, I thought that was a really memorable scene as well.
Into my brain. No, it's nothing. It's no comment on how memorable the scene is. Do you know how difficult it is to get my brain to focus on something for an hour and a half?
I do. Yeah,
it's
I've been
actually
around you.
Impossible. So you know, there's always going to be pockets of things that I don't see, unless it's something that I know like the back of my hand.
Yeah,
like the back of my hand. What other set pieces are there? That was the electric shock therapy thing. That was fun.
Yeah. Not my favourite death.
Because did they lock Andy up? They're like, right, you're going to a prison now.
He was in some sort of facility. Yeah, they wouldn't let his mum take him home.
Yeah.
I don't think it's quite right to put a child like that in a sanatorium. Yeah,
it seems a bit much. Maybe there's a child's version or something.
Yeah.
I think it warrants investigation, because if I'm a police officer and the child says to me, oh, my doll came to life and killed someone, then I'm probably going to ask that kid questions.
I'm not going to lock him up.
I mean, a child's prison. Maybe there's a child's prison.
Yeah. Maybe... Is it just smaller? Do they have a ball pit?
Yeah, they've got a ball pit. Yeah, and they get the little small pizzas.
Yeah, individual child pizzas. Yeah. With just cheese and tomato.
Yeah,
I remember those. I also think the climax is really memorable as well, but I think primarily that's because I enjoy burnt to a crisp Chucky quite a lot.
And it takes place in the apartment, doesn't it? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because Andy has to escape and make his way back home. And then there is a big old fight.
I love watching you trying to piece this together from memory.
I'm trying to remember
what 2 days ago
happens in the climax. Yeah.
Well, Chris Sarandon gets injured.
Right.
And the mum.
Does he get shot?
No, I think he gets like stabbed.
That would make more sense.
Chucky stabs him.
I don't think. Can Chucky fire a gun? He must have done in a franchise somewhere, but does he? Can he withstand a recoil?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes. Let's pretend he's got weighted shoes on.
Yeah.
And then not examine the physics of that anymore. Yeah, we get that foreshadowed moment where he actually does get put into the fire. Like she puts him behind the grate and sets the fire.
Oh, and the kid has the final line, doesn't he?
But I love Burnt to a Crisp Chucky. I think that version is such a neat little creation.
What, that you just like the design of it?
Yeah, I think it looks really cool.
It sort of reminds me of that bloke at the end of Beetlejuice that it's obviously a smoker and he's in the transitory place. Yeah, he's burnt and he just keeps coming, doesn't he? I'm thinking about Terminator at that point. Just keeps coming. Doesn't matter what you do, and even if it's just like an arm and a leg. I also thought about the Monty Python and Holy Grail, where it's just a scratch and it's just ends up being just a torso.
Yeah,
just bouncing around on the floor. Thought of that as well.
Yeah, I love the number of times that Chucky is destroyed and disassembled throughout these movies, and they always find a way to resurrect him. Always.
And I think that's also a part of it, isn't it? Because I remember when the Nightmare on Elm Street movies were coming out, I was like, oh, fucking, which way? How are they going to bring Freddy back this time? Oh, a dog urinates on some bones, I guess. Whereas, and like, it's because they're sort of mostly played fairly seriously. I know that they get sillier as it goes on, but as I said, they're still horror movies. These movies are so absurd and ridiculous, and that's what they are, and everyone knows that it just doesn't matter what you do.
Yeah.
In fact, the more crazy, the better. It's like, what's happening now? They've cloned him, whatever. Like, it doesn't really matter. The crazier, the better. But did you say that they also incorporate some of the damage to him throughout? Like, is some of the damage from this movie appear on the doll for the second movie? And
not in the second one, no. But he does get increasingly fucked up, specifically from like Bride of Chucky onwards. He's got like the exposed eye, which never goes away. So yeah, some of the damage remains, but then they do some interesting stuff with that in the TV show as well. So he's just never count him out. Chucky's always going to come back. Don Mancini will see to it.
Well, I'll still watch him.
Yeah, definitely.
I will now anyway. I wouldn't have done 5 years ago.
Well, I'm glad to have changed your mind on them, because it could have gone either way. What do you think of the cast in this? You've already said that you thought Alex Vincent was great.
Yeah, he was good. Didn't like the policeman very much. Thought the mum was fine. She didn't get much to do.
I thought she was pretty good, actually. Yeah.
Who else was in it?
I mean, that's about it for the
Brad
principal
Dourif,
cast.
Obviously.
Brad Dourif
knocked
it out of the park.
He steals the show, doesn't he? Like, it's all about him. In fact, I'm enjoying him so much that I'm not really thinking about anybody else. So it doesn't really matter how good they are. However, I will say that I thought the kid was excellent, and particularly in that scene where he's being upset. That I think that's the scene you even pointed out to me. Like, oh, he's good, isn't he? And he was great.
Yeah. I did read a story about that behind the scenes. Apparently, Tom Holland was telling him all kinds of horrible shit.
Oh, fuck.
Like his parents were getting a divorce, and that's what prompted that reaction. That's what I read.
Oh.
I obviously can't attest to that.
It looked real because it
probably was real, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. So excellent performance, but I'm not at all surprised that Alex Vincent sort of disappeared from the industry for a few decades after that. But happy to see him back as Andy Barclay for a time.
He is back in later installments, isn't he?
He's got there's a moment right at the end of Curse of Chucky where he's reintroduced, and he crops back up again in the TV show as well. Just I don't know, I love it, I really do. I don't really know what more I can say that isn't just glazing this film, and I'm really happy that you chose to cover it. I do have a question though.
Go on.
At 6 years old, what would you have done if a doll started talking to you?
What are they talking about? What's the subject?
Well, I want to watch the news, for example. Or I'm going to kill your mum.
What would I do?
Yeah.
I'd just put it in a bin, probably.
Well, the correct answer is launch it into outer space.
I did, when I was 5 or 6, I lived in one of those like 30-story council blocks.
Yeah.
So I would have just tossed him out the window.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Did you know Roger Ebert liked this movie?
That's not true.
We found it genuinely. He gave it a positive review.
Really?
We found a horror movie that Roger Ebert liked, and it's Child's Play.
That's mad.
I was shocked.
I'm really happy.
Yeah.
But I wonder why this one and not. I can't think of another one he didn't like, but pretty much every horror movie.
Yeah,
I guess.
everything.
Yeah, but it's weird that this one he would be a fan of and not.
Yeah.
I wonder what his thoughts are. I wonder if he liked Fright Night and he was just a bit of a Tom Holland fan.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So you've said you'll continue watching Child's Play movies as long as they make them. Will you revisit the original 7?
Yeah, I mean, I'm already sort of. I was hoping we would get a chance to watch the second one before recording, and yeah, I'll watch the others.
Will you?
Yeah.
Outside of the podcast? Because
Yeah.
you're less inclined to revisit films than I am. Like, if I like something, I'll watch it just ad nauseum.
I've seen Dark Knight like 30 times.
That's where you and I differ.
I watch the films I love lots and lots of times, but the films that I think are all right, I probably won't watch more than once.
Okay.
But these are just fun. You know, there's no masterpieces here in this franchise, but they're always fun and silly. And if you want to put them on, they're pretty short, and I don't have to be paying attention all of the time. I can just sort of tune in and out, which is perfect for me, really. So yeah, I'd definitely carry on watching these.
Do you hope they make more?
I think they will, won't they?
That's not my question.
To make them.
Do you hope
I
they
hope
will?
that Don Mancini continues to make them forever.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah, yeah. Do you don't own that Arrow box set, do you?
No,
Why
I
did we
should have.
not-
I should have bought it when it was released.
Why did we not get that?
Money.
Just that's a problem, isn't it? Like we would buy all of them if we could.
Yeah.
Did it have all of the movies in it?
Mm-hmm.
All 7 of them?
Yeah.
Is it? I'm surprised because isn't there some like weird rights issues between some of them?
Well, the first one, this one was it MGM?
I don't know.
But everything from the second one onwards, I believe Universal have the rights.
Right. Okay.
The first one was definitely a different studio.
Yeah. So it's the first one versus the other movies.
Yeah.
But they've got it all into a nice set, so we should have got it. Really.
I know.
can't buy it
It's
all.
on eBay, but I can't.
Is it like £100 or something?
More.
Oh,
generally,
that's
yeah.
too much.
I know. It's so pretty though. One day.
One day.
If anybody from Arrow is listening, we're still waiting for our sponsorship.
Yeah.
Or second sight.
We'll just take free shit if you don't mind. Thank you.
Yeah, but we'll talk about you positively. We'll continue to talk about you positively going forward.
Maybe we should threaten to talk about them negatively as like a motivation.
I think that's illegal.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right.
I think there are rules against that.
Why is that called? What's that called? Being a bellend.
Review extortion.
Is it
I
review
believe.
extortion?
Yeah. Genuinely.
Oh right, okay. Let's not do that then. I didn't realise it was a crime. Yeah. So Chucky, good talk. Shall we mention what we're doing next week?
What are we doing next week? Because I actually don't know.
Oh, you don't remember?
No, I've completely forgotten.
Okay. Well, it's going to be our first Sam Neill movie that we're covering on the pod.
Oh no, I do remember.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's not the one. It's not any that I would hope for.
No, it's so on the one hand, it's great. We're going to get to talk about the great man Sam Neill. On the other hand, we have got to watch Jurassic Park 3.
Oh,
so
is it the worst one?
I could have no. It's Jurassic. No, nowhere near.
Are we including Jurassic Worlds?
I'm including all of the Jurassics.
Oh yeah. Okay, so it's not the worst one.
It's nowhere near. It's probably the third best. But yeah, I mean, I could have chosen the original Jurassic Park.
You could have done. Why didn't you?
Everyone loves that. Everyone's talked about it loads. I'm sure loads of people have seen Jurassic Park 3 and spoken about it loads too, but I don't know what it was. I really like Alessandro Nivola.
You do. You do. From Face Off.
And Goal.
Does anybody remember that movie that isn't you?
I do. I remember Goal and Goal 2, and the DVDs are more expensive than you would think. Which is the only reason they're not in this house.
I see. Okay.
But I'll have to buy them one day for the podcast. I'm sure I'll put them on a lineup at some point. But for now, we're doing Jurassic Park. Not 5.
Trois.
Jurassic Trois.
Yeah.